Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Mind Body Stuff. I'm Kaylee.
I'm Bernice.
How are you guys?
Good. I'm talking in a deeper voice.
You are. We have a new computer.
Oh, yeah. Fancy computer.
I hope it sounds better. In our little testing, it sounded quite nice.
It sounded very clear and crisp.
Crisp. Like a fall day.
Like an apple. Like an apple. Are you guys enjoying Jekyll and Hyde?
Wow. Isn't that song great?
If you don't do OULA, you should, because there's one song.
And it is
kind of crazy.
It's a crazy song. Bernice made up all the choreography, and it is awesome. It's my 2-year-old's favorite song.
It's a good.
She sings it all the time.
Totally fun song. Good job,
Totally
Bishop
fun.
Briggs. She's the artist that actually made the song.
Yeah, we just get to dance to it.
Yeah.
So we're back. I feel like things are finally feeling somewhat normal again.
We had a kind of a long transition.
There's been a long transition happening.
Long and winding.
You've been sick. Now Julie and Lindy are both out of the office. Actually, it's not better yet. Things are everyone
a little, yeah, still in transition.
Something's happening. I feel like somebody is always gone or sick or something.
Wind blowing, some type of wind blowing in the willows.
But we're here.
We're
sitting down with you guys, and today we're going to talk about the importance of playing.
Of
celebrating. Of feeling joy.
Of feeling, how about grateful, too?
Grateful. Well, and the relationship between gratitude and joy.
Huge relationship between gratitude and joy, which I forget about all the time, even though I preach about it all the time.
I know. But see, sometimes it's easier said than done.
Much easier.
You know these things. I feel like there's so many things that I can intellectualize, but I'm like, okay, but now can I do them?
And I know I wake up in the morning. This morning I woke up and I was like, what I do is I tick off all the negative things. Like, you didn't do that. Yeah, I get all like, this is behind on this. You didn't do that. You didn't call for this appointment. You didn't follow through. And then, so this morning I stopped myself and I'm like, and then I start going to my husband like, he needs to exercise more and he should go to the doctor. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like all these negative pardon me. Someone's calling. A friend of ours, perhaps. But we'll get rid of them easily. And he can call back later. But anyway, back to my story. It's a good story. So I was going through all the negative things. And then all of a sudden I was like, didn't you just talk about making a gratitude list on Friday?
I know. And
then I laid back down and I thought to myself, look at the beautiful day. I tried to refocus and reframe how I was starting the day.
Because it matters.
It totally matters. Yeah. And I get kind of jacked up. Like, I think that's why I do it. If I do the negative, then I get kind of like...
Yeah, all the adrenaline and like you can just get... Yeah, the cortisol.
Jacked up. I'm going to take on the world.
No wonder why we both always have diarrhea. We start the day being like... Holy shit! Every single day starts like, oh my God!
I know, it's like a crisis.
Our poor bodies.
I know, they're like, crisis today. And I'm like, not every day can be a crisis, okay? Let's not make today a crisis.
Oh my God, seriously. But it's, a couple things have been coming up recently.
Gratitude for attitude.
Gratitude for attitude.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Well, a couple of things have been happening lately, and I just love synergy. Like, synergy is so cool because I'm like, oh, this is like, I need to be paying attention. Or there's something happening where all these things are coming together. I'm like, okay, this is really something. So anyways, we were listening to like a playlist on Spotify that was like Halloween for kids or trick-or-treating playlist or whatever. And one of the songs, like, was such a stupid, cheesy song, and I don't even know what it was from, but there was this, like, one part there, like, we're gonna celebrate, elevate. And it was just like, I don't know, it just, like, hit me, and I'm like, celebrate to elevate. Like, oh my gosh, we always think that, like, to have this, like, higher meaning of our life or to have, like, spiritual purpose or, like, what are we doing? It must be so, like, serious and
kind of deep. And I'm like, it has to be kind of dark. Like, I get sort of like, it's got to be kind of dark, too.
Because we have to incorporate the shadow work, and the shadow work is dark and deep, but I'm like, but guess what? It can still be, like, celebratory. It can be playful. It can be fun. It can be enjoyable. And it just really struck me. I like, even just, for example, Jekyll and Hyde, like, it's super dark and it's totally wild and, the shadow, but gosh, you can just make it so fun.
Yes. You can make it so
You
fun.
know?
And it almost opens up the shadow more.
It
Do you know what
does.
I mean? Like you're kind of like, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Ooh, hello.
Hello, somebody who's in there. Hello.
Right.
You know, they're almost like, you're welcome. Come up top here if you want. Versus like, I'm coming down to get you.
Yeah. Rather than like, I'm going to go down and visit you.
Yeah.
It's like, no, come on up here.
Come on up. We're having a little party.
We're going to play.
Yeah, I think it's a great way, a great reframe of that.
I totally agree. And just some of the energy work that I've been doing lately. And for those of you who live in Missoula, there's an incredible woman. I'm sure many of you know her. I didn't know. She has like 55,000 followers on Instagram. So I guess I should have known her, but I didn't until recently.
Did you tell her friends to do OULA?
I know. Could we get a plug? But anyways, I had my tarot cards read from her the other day. And one of the things that she kept saying to me was just like, well, she was talking about, cause I'm like, why am I not, I just feel like I'm like not stepping into like everything that I want to be stepping into right now. And I feel like my intuition, like dial tone is turned down low. And like, how do I crank it up a little bit? And she was like, she doesn't know me. She doesn't know OULA. I mean, maybe she knows OULA, but she didn't know I had anything to do with OULA. And so I didn't mention that. And she was like, well, your intuition is access through the body. Like, she's like, I can just feel it. It's like in your body. So much is with your body. But then she also said, like, she was talking about the importance of like joy for me and like joy and just have fun and enjoy it. She kept saying that word. And in our last podcast, I think we talked about how that was like the key word of Tulum too. So much about like enjoy, and to enjoy you have to actively participate to bring it into your body. So joy, but like, how do we enjoy something? We have to bring it into ourselves. And so this whole word of joy, and for me, like joy is so much like about celebrating and gratitude and all of these wonderful things. It just keeps coming up. So I'm like, Kaylee, pay attention. The answer is enjoy.
Doesn't joy feel sort of proactive?
It does feel.
I feel like it's different than like happy, like, cause I'm more like, happy feels passive. Like, do I feel happy?
Am I happy?
Is it happening now? Am I happy now? You know, versus like joy feels like I should go out and get it.
Oh yeah.
Or make it.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, go do some joy now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't go do happy.
Right.
But you can go do joy, I think.
Interesting, yeah.
I feel like I can, and like, that's why I love class sometimes so much, doing OULA, because I do feel like you feel all those endorphin rush, you know, that endorphin rush from the movement and the brain and the body kind of working together. Uh-huh. And then you feel the joy kind of coming up. Even when there's sad songs,
yes,
you can feel that you're still getting a rush from them.
Yeah.
And then I still feel like at the end, I'm all like, yeah.
Totally.
Like, I got this. I got joy right now. Mm-hmm. And you feel kind of buzzy and stuff.
Totally feel buzzy.
And so if we can just capture that. But, you know, I was just thinking about the fitness industry and how it just seems like it's an uphill battle for some of us. You know, I've been watching the threads of the people commenting on Facebook, folks starting new programs throughout the nation for OULA, and how they feel like they have a bit of an uphill battle when they're starting.
Yes.
And it's such a bummer, because it's like, it's almost like we just take joy out of the equation.
Oh, absolutely. I think you're so spot on about that.
Why do we take joy out? Like, why can't you do joy too? I don't get that.
This is not meant to be fun.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like fitness can't be fun.
Fitness is about getting fit.
And it's more like, well, you'll have fun once you're fit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm like, well, but for me, I ain't going to get fit.
You can enjoy your body once it's fit.
Once it's fit. Yes, exactly.
You'll enjoy your life once you're thin.
Once you're thin and fit, boy, you're going to have a great time.
Yes, then you can enjoy.
Right. Then you probably can enjoy.
Right.
But it's like, that's the beauty of OULA class, because you know what? We come in all shapes, sizes, wherever we're at in our lives, and we're like, just give me some joy, baby.
I just need some now.
I got 1 hour. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? Like, even today when we did the song Wanted, and I ran back to the back row and held all the new people's hands. And I'm like, we're going to hold hands.
Yeah.
And they were kind of like, oh, we're holding hands. And I'm
right.
like, yeah,
we're holding hands.
Right? Yes. We want to have joy.
Yeah.
And you see little kids go down the street sometimes and they're holding hands and skipping.
Yeah.
It's like, they have joy.
Yeah.
There's no question.
Yeah.
So that's why I love doing OULA. And that's why I want people to all know about it.
Well, and I feel like what what our friend Joan said down in Tulum is she said, yeah, but to enjoy, you have to bring it, like if you break down how the word is structured, you have to bring it in. That enjoy, you have to bring it in. Mm-hmm. And that just is such a good reminder that joy is always around.
Always.
It's always available, but it's like we have to be the ones who actively pull it into our body, our life, our experience, our mind, our relationships, our homes. Like it's our job to pull the joy, to bring the joy in. And so it's an active participation in your life, which I think so many of us were like, well, I've ticked off all the boxes. Like I'm married, I have kids, I have a decent job. Why am I not happy?
Yes.
You know, you're like,
part. Then you're waiting. It's the passive.
It's like, is it here yet?
All the things. That's what I do. Sometimes I sit home on the weekends. I'm like, am I happy now? And then I'm like, no, not really happy. And then I'm like, well, then go do something or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, actively participate in your experience.
Stop waiting for it to just happen to you.
Right.
And then I get all disappointed where I'm like, I did all these things.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy.
And I'm still not happy.
Yeah. And I'm like, but why are you waiting for it? Like, go out and get it.
Right. Yeah. And going back to the fitness thing, like I feel like there's something, maybe it's like our puritanical background, but it just like, what's the phrase? It roars its head. It roars its head in so many places. It rears its ugly head. It rears its ugly head.
Its ugly head above the frothing mass.
It's roaring on me.
Tedium. It has roared its head upon me.
But it shows up in so many places. Like there's so many things that we're taught like aren't for just pleasure or enjoyment. You know, it's like, we can't just do things for pleasure.
No.
We can't do things for enjoyment. We must do them for a purpose.
A purpose. If you have
and so it's like working out. Well, like, you know, why should this be fun? What if we, you know, and even we get so many people who are like, more high cardio songs. I'm like, that's great. But also just enjoy the other songs that aren't just high cardio.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know, it's like, I get we're here to like get a workout. I totally understand that. But also there's so much enjoyment that can be experienced in the songs that aren't just about getting your ass kicked.
Well, and I love how some people are like, they're conflicted because they feel joy from the class.
Oh, uh-huh.
And then they're like, but am I fit?
Oh,
sure,
you know what I mean?
Sure. The two are not synonymous.
Oh, that's a
brains.
really good point.
So I feel them. Like today we had some new people and I could see, I was just thinking in my head, and I'm probably projecting, but I was just thinking like, I wonder if they're thinking like, I'm having a really good time, but am I fit?
But is this the purpose of I'm here because I want to get a workout.
Yes.
So maybe this, you know, negates that.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's a really good point.
So that creates a whole conundrum for people.
Yeah.
But that's why I want to change. We want to change the fitness industry. How's that? Because it's like you can have joy and you can be fit and you can feel great.
Right.
You can have all those things in a workout, believe it or not. And we have it right here. We have OULA right here. You can celebrate to elevate.
You celebrate to elevate. The celebration is what's going to help us reach that place of probably more inner peace and all of the different things that we're seeking with like mindfulness and of, you know, some of the deeper yet also higher work.
And even for me, celebrate to elevate my fitness.
Sure.
You know, because I'm like, I'm just not, I don't really want to be that fit. Or I just, I'm
fit enough.
Or it hurt. Yeah. And it kind of hurts or it's tiring. I can't catch my breath. You know, I'm not really at this stage anymore where I'm like, I want to push. So I feel like I'm going to vomit.
Right.
You know, I just don't feel good about that.
Right.
In my psyche. But in OULA, the music's going, we're doing the songs. And today all of a sudden, and I've been getting over from this sickness, but all of a sudden the song kind of picked me up and it was like, don't even worry about it. You're having so much fun. Just use your body here. Don't even worry about how you feel.
Yeah.
And it pushed me to elevate my fitness.
Yes, that's a good point.
So I appreciate not just the psychological wellness of OULA, but also the physical wellness of it. Because I would not be working out. I can tell you people, at 57, I would not be doing this stuff. Nor I would be like, I mean, it's hard enough for people to get me to go on a walk.
It is.
I'm like,
I've never seen you go on a walk.
We have to walk up a hill. Like, I always remember the other day, Mike's like, let's walk up Waterworks. I'm like, doesn't that have a hill?
Yeah.
Doesn't have a hill to it, some type of hill.
That's
no.
hilarious.
So,
but I think we need to prioritize more the things that bring us joy, and then watch what happens in our lives.
Yeah.
You know, watch how things shift, because it's like, we prioritize the to-do list. We prioritize, success. We prioritize all, being a hard worker, being a good person. I'm a good worker.
Right. How well is your family cared for?
I've done all these things.
Good job. You're doing a very good job. You've made the dinner,
But if you what if the dinner's 20 minutes late on the table and you have this awesome dance party around the living room?
Oh yeah.
That's not going to just elevate your endorphins, heart rate, connection with your children, or whoever it is you're dancing with. It's going to affect that too. And then imagine how much more fun the dinner is going to be. And it's we have to prioritize this
joy.
We have to prioritize joy. And I think we have to redefine celebrate, because I feel like I can only celebrate when something is earned.
Oh yeah.
It's you did this and now we can celebrate.
Right.
Or you've done this
sort of
and now we can
parameters around celebrate. And
but
sometimes for me it's you celebrate, because then you go out to dinner and then you go to a bar and have a few drinks, then you celebrate or something. I have these weird definitions of celebrating, or you have a birthday party and then you have the cake and then you can drink and then you can have the presents and then you can clap and take pictures, and it's what if I just want to sit and watch football?
Yeah, exactly.
And to me that feels like celebrating.
Totally.
That's like yesterday I did that for part of the day. And I was part of me was uh-oh.
You're so hard on yourself with rest.
What are you?
You do not let yourself rest. I'm
I know it's hard on my husband, because I'm just you just going to sit there? He's it's Sunday. And I'm right. Well, good on you then. I'm going to get a lot more stuff done. I'll clean up the upstairs, I guess. But no, it is that where it's hey babe, just celebrate.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I got totally into a football game, which I don't.
And I'm sure it was so fun.
I was so fun. I was calling all the plays and shouting at the TV.
I'm sure you were.
Interacting with my TV friends.
And then I'm sure you and Mike had a better day together than if you were shaming him for not doing stuff.
You're going to sit there like that? Waste your day? And that's the puritanical sort of background of.
It totally is.
Are you contributing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you earned that?
Have you earned that?
Have you worked hard enough to sit there?
I don't think you have, actually.
Have you earned?
Because I saw you sit there yesterday.
Have you earned those chips?
And we have some trees outside that need some trimming.
I know, right?
But, like you're saying, celebrate to elevate, because then if you elevate, you actually have more energy.
You totally have more energy.
Yeah. And you feel better you took the time to celebrate, to elevate. You took a little break. You embraced your joy.
I mean, don't you feel that way when your mood is down? You don't have energy. You don't have energy to do anything.
No energy.
No, I'm just I guess I just won't. I guess I'm just going to sit here. Mm-hmm. And that's a different thing than celebrating rest.
Mm-hmm. Yes, point.
I think what
it's
Mike.
Depression, celebrating depression. That's more I'll just sit here then.
Right.
Nothing to do.
Yeah, and being bummed about it, but be wow, how amazing that it's Sunday. There's a game on. I don't have anything else that I have to be doing right now, and actually and actually enjoy it. And I think that's where gratitude ties into this, where it's I'm so grateful that I can just sit with my husband, who I haven't spent that much time with lately, because you guys have both been on so many trips, and then just to be wow, this is so awesome. We just get to sit here and watch a football game for a couple hours.
Yeah, do something and celebrate your relaxation.
Yes. So we just need to prioritize, and it feels rebellious, it feels rebellious to
I think
to
that's
do
why
that.
OULA feels that way to people too.
Oh, OULA totally feels rebellious.
It feels rebellious.
Well, and it's funny.
This isn't what we normally do.
It's funny because we have our 500th song. Well, now whatever day this podcast comes out, Tuesday, that song's already been released. At this moment, it hasn't even been choreographed yet, but it's going to come out. It's coming out. And I love this song because for many reasons. One, for the 500th song, I was just thinking how crazy. I mean, that's a lot of songs.
That's a lot of songs.
That's a lot of songs. And
500 songs.
I feel like OULA
How
has
many plays could you do with it'd be each play has 10 songs, maybe 15.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was just thinking you're actually making making,
yeah, something.
Just like boom, 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 boom.
Totally.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And so I was just thinking like, okay, well, what does OULA stand for? You know, what does OULA stand for? And how can we do that with us? Like, what is a good song? You know? And what I love about this song is she's just like,
what's the song?
Oh, it's called Raising Hell.
Raising Hell
by Kesha.
By Kesha.
And Kesha has been through hell and back, you know, like she's had a rough history.
Oh yeah, they were like, you know, basically owning her.
They owned her.
We're going to put a $sign in your name, and you can imagine all the things.
I know, right? But I love this song because she's talking about this exact thing. She's talking about like, celebrate. This is like, we've got to celebrate. Like, this is so important to just like raise some hell, do things a little bit different, not be ashamed. Like there's a line that she's like, it's not my walk of shame because I love this dress, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, all the things that we're meant to feel shame for, that we're supposed to be, you know, like afraid about, or, you know, think that we're bad people, we're sinners, you know, it's like, just celebrate this beautiful, glorious, wild, messy life.
Yes.
You know, and there's a part that she says, this is for the misfits of creation.
Misfits of creation.
It's our celebration. And I just love that because I think for a lot of us, OULA has been a place that we feel like we belong. Mm-hmm. And OULA's been one of the few places that a lot of us feel like we've ever really belonged,
mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we are kind of the misfits.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we are the misfits.
And you know what? Everybody's actually probably a misfit.
Yes.
You know, deep down, everybody probably is like a bit of a misfit. And they're like, oh, thank God I found my people.
Yes.
And now I'm not a misfit anymore.
Right.
But OULA's kind of like, guess what? You know what? We're all misfits and we're all broken inside. And that's beautiful. And for those of us who are willing to just actually show up and say, yeah, I'm broken, but it's beautiful. And I don't need to hide this. And I don't need to put on the facade. It's like I feel like this OULA has given a space for us to just be like, yeah.
And it's the space to celebrate it.
Exactly right. That's what it is.
We've been in little back rooms, and maybe I've been dancing at my kids', you know, sporting events for 15 years, you know, and everyone else like,
totally.
Why is she dancing over there? But it's like, now I have my place where I can just dance.
You can just dance. Exactly. I just think it's also, what does she say at the end of the song? It's so good.
The lyrics are really, really good.
Oh, yeah. She says, the end, she says, can I get an amen? This is for the misfits of creation. Take this as your holy validation. You don't need to hide your celebration. This is our salvation. And I love that because it doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter your belief system. It's like this world is meant to be experienced, enjoyed, and to feel gratitude for, you know? And when we can celebrate our life, we can celebrate the beauty, we can celebrate our families, our experiences, like that's our salvation. And that's what's gonna, that is what, like, that's so important.
Right. And that's what keeps you going.
It is what keeps you going.
And if you have differences, you know, sometimes we feel like we're so bad because we're different, or might have some differences from other folks. I love that about OULA because it's like, it doesn't matter. Just bring it to the table. Mm-hmm. Just celebrate. It's our salvation. It's how we find peace. Mm-hmm. You know, it's almost through joy and gratitude you find peace.
It absolutely is. That's what I mean. It's like, so we want inner peace. We want enlightenment. We want mindfulness. Like all these things that I'm personally striving for in my life. It's just been like, I've just been getting like, I feel like all these experiences just keep like knocking me on the head, being like, are you paying attention? You get to these places through joy.
Yes, good point.
You get to all the things you want. You get to those things through joy. So Kaylee, just enjoy, celebrate. This is your salvation. This is how you're going to get there.
Yes. Instead of
being like,
that's such the puritanical work ethic too.
It totally is.
I will push my way towards enlightenment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I shall work hard and become enlightened. You know,
it was so funny too, because at this card reading, she laughed and she's like, do you feel like sometimes you're like, well, shit, I went to that yoga class and I still like am getting triggered by this stuff. Or like, you know, you feel like you're doing this work and you're like, God, why am I still getting triggered? Like, why am I still feeling this way? And she was just like laughing. She's like, she looked at me and she basically was like, babe, you just got to enjoy it. Like, just play, have fun.
That's what your future
She's
self
like,
said.
Yeah. And that is totally, oh, and then when we were in Tulum, we do this workshop where, we meet our future self on the bridge, and, it's like any advice that you would give. And like my future self just laughed at me. She looked at me and laughed, and she was just like, just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it.
She's like, just enjoy it. So I just keep getting this message over and over and over. And part of me feels guilty because I do love to party. Like I love to have fun and sing and laugh and party, and like in Tulum late nights when everybody else had gone to bed, and there'd be like a small group of us. Like I was like dancing on the tables, and we'd like turn up the music and like go out and swim in the ocean. And then there's this side of me that's so conflicted because it's like, well, if you want to be like in mindfulness and like, be like enlightened and be wise, like this is surely not how you must act. So I have this internal conflict. And then I think I'm just getting all these reminders like, that's not your way. And how is that going to make you any happier?
Exactly.
How is that going to make you any happier?
Right.
Like celebrate
and manifest joy.
Celebrate and manifest joy.
Yeah.
And you have to actively participate.
You have to.
You can't just be like, well, I'm at the beach now. Why aren't I happy? Well, take your clothes off and go jump in, babe.
That's that passive
go
thing.
Get in the water.
Let me just feel happy now.
Why aren't I happy? I did all the things.
Right.
I bought the nice swimming suit. Yeah. I got a tan.
I'm going to take a picture.
I look good.
Picture of the beach.
I'm going to post it on Instagram, and I'm going to get a lot of likes.
Yeah, but I still don't feel.
But I still feel empty inside.
That.
It's like, well, go fucking swim.
Yeah, go swim.
Go play.
Put your toes in the sand, and maybe you want to dance around. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you want to roll in the sand. I don't know.
Maybe you want to build a sandcastle.
Maybe you want to build a sandcastle. Exactly. It's more like having that dialogue with yourself. Like, let's just do something. What do you want to do, self?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, okay, maybe I want to do this. Maybe I want to get an ice cream. Well, go
get an ice cream cone.
Go get an ice cream cone. It's okay. It's like, well, it's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock on Tuesday.
I shouldn't eat an ice cream cone yet.
At this time, it's like, baby,
go get an ice cream cone. Kind. Go get an ice cream cone.
And I
just love it though. Like I feel almost giddy with how like this revelation that I feel like I've had for myself. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel so excited. I feel so excited to kind of approach the work that I'm doing, like emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. I'm excited to approach all of the work that I'm doing with like this sense of enjoyment and celebration.
Well, and I think because it takes the fear away. You know what I mean? The fear doesn't become so dominant.
Sure.
Of like, well, what if this doesn't happen, or this doesn't happen, or we didn't meet this goal? It's more like, oh, are we having fun?
Right.
Is this joyful?
Right.
Do we have the capacity to change?
Right.
And it's like, yeah, of course you do.
Right.
It's wide open.
Right.
You're not stuck in this, and that we are lucky in that sense. I think some people do feel that they are stuck in certain avenues of their life, depending on where they're at in terms of the survival scale.
For sure.
Maslow's scale. But if even as you were talking about, even the people that can, find joy in their everyday existence.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I get to, they just did this great show on NPR this morning. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. NPR this morning about...
We're shit show today.
And it was about this, you'd love it, an old grandma in Mexico.
Yeah.
And she started a YouTube channel. And it's...
no way.
From my farm to your table.
Oh.
And then she's on her little farm, and her daughter films it, and she cooks.
Oh, yeah, sure.
She has 1 million viewers now on YouTube.
Awesome.
But she's an old grandma. She has an old, stone hearth stove.
Yeah.
And you know what? She's just doing what she loves.
Yes.
And what she does every day.
Yes.
And it was like, that's her joy.
That's her joy.
She's doing what she loves, what she wants to do every day. And then they just happen to film it. And then no one can get a hold of her. She doesn't want to be famous.
Oh, yeah.
So she doesn't want to give interviews or anything.
But that's how
because she's just doing what
she loves. And I really feel like the way that we can actually help and connect with people is by doing what we love. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, that's how we get there. You do something that you love, and that is real. That's true. That's pure.
Don't get hung up on all the little pieces that you throw in there.
Yes.
Cultural pieces.
Well,
expectations.
This other lady cooks, and she has 2 million followers, so I must suck.
Yes, exactly.
I must not be entertaining enough. My food must not look as good.
I guess I have to change.
Yeah, I must change.
Maybe I should change the way I do it. This woman's like, no, I don't care. I just love to cook. And her family was like, you're a great cook. Let's film it. And you're doing traditional cooking.
And someone recently just reposted this on the community page for Facebook. If you guys aren't a part of our community group on Facebook, just search for it. It's a great group. There's so many awesome posts in there.
Community and inspiration.
Yeah. And then we'll just...
We add you.
We'll add you in there.
Yeah.
So there was a reminder, and Brene Brown brought it up. And then this was Brene Brown brought it.
Good name.
Brene Brown
brought it up.
But saying how there was this... Stop it. There was this like... group of women, and they all would go down to like the river. I don't know, maybe I'm making it up. Maybe it's not the river, to wash their clothes every day or every couple days, however long. And then as soon as they all got washing machines, the women started to experience a lot of depression. And so it's because they missed that communal moment where they were all sitting around by the river washing their clothes together. So when you think about it in like, you know, the other terms of, well, look at us. We're so advanced. We're progressing. We have washing machines. We're independent. We've got technology. And we think all these things like mean that we're doing a good job. We're successful. We made it. We're, you know, advancing with technology, all of these things. We think that they're going to make us happy. But these women they became depressed. And I think that's such a good reminder for me too, because it's like the checking off the boxes isn't what makes you happy.
No, I'm kind of realizing that.
It's really not what it's about. And, you know, I have like, I know I keep talking about this, but like with the new studio and everything, like there's definitely fear, and there's always like financial fear, and like, you know, with OULA, it's like, why aren't we bigger? Well, okay. All of those things are what keep us away from our joy. Mm-hmm. If every single day it was more about just like, I'm so happy we get to do this. Like, this is so incredible. I'm so excited to connect with all the people that I get to dance with today or interact with, or, you know, that I get to mail their new merchandise to. If everything were just about the joy of it and the celebration and less about like, I suck, this business isn't growing, you know, like
$1 million.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's like, okay, when am I going to learn this lesson?
And when are you going to celebrate?
Yeah, when are you going to celebrate? But how awesome to just like, what a great solution. It's like literally the most pleasant solution to the problem.
That's a very good solution.
It's so awesome. And just enjoy it totally and be grateful.
Accessible, you know, like
it does seem accessible.
Relationships, you know,
it feels accessible.
Yeah, it feels accessible versus like looking at the negative, or you know, if I push for this, then he will change or she will change. Versus like, celebrate what you got.
And we also
call that positive psychology.
Totally.
It was like, I read another thing about someone was talking about dealing with your problems, and someone commented, yeah, but what are the good things in your life?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, I forgot about that part.
Yeah. Right.
And like, instead of just always looking at the negative things or the bad things, it's like, yeah, but what are the good things that are happening?
Yeah.
Or maybe you lost your job, but what was the good thing about it?
Yes.
Or what did you learn from it? It was like, they were always reframing to the positive. And I was like, oh, the positive.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think on that.
But would you think, I mean, don't you think that you would consider yourself a happy person?
I would consider myself a happy person.
But you're cringing.
Well, if I don't think about it, then I'm happy. But then if I sit down and analyze it.
Oh, see?
Then I get all like, are you happy?
And
then I start thinking of the negative. I'm like, well, you're getting older.
Oh.
You know, we're going to die soon. I'm rushing everything. Like when I was younger, my mom was always like, stop rushing.
Yeah.
Because like when I was 12, I'm like, well, then I don't know what my job will be. And she's like, you're 12.
Yeah, don't worry about
it. It's not, I'm like, how will it have an impact? And I remember she was just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And now I'm like, 57. I'm like, well, I'm going to die soon. So I better start preparing for dying. I've been reading a lot of books on death and dying.
Oh, stop. Oh my God.
And then I was reading another book, and it was just like, well, maybe you won't die for 30 years, or maybe you'll die tomorrow. It doesn't matter. But why are you, always jumping ahead to the next thing? Like, just stay where you're at.
Yeah.
Right now, this is where you're at.
Yeah.
Don't jump around there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I think it's because you're like, well, but I want to be prepared.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Because the wanting to be prepared, there's fear underneath that.
That's a good point. Yeah. And that also goes back to what we've talked about before. Control,
for sure.
Control versus celebration has an idea of not having control.
Yes. Well, and I think that's sometimes why we may use alcohol to celebrate, because it's like, I'm going to let go.
Because we can't let go.
Like, I know that way for me. Like, when I'm all high strung, then I'm like, I need a drink. I need a glass of wine, because I like to let yourself release some of that control.
Yes, that's a very, very good point.
But I do feel like I can enjoy things a little bit more when I have alcohol in me.
Yeah, I do too. But then sometimes that makes me, of course, because I have that inner, I have that inner
then you
voice.
Have shame.
Then she's like, but why can't you just enjoy this on your own?
Right. Of course.
There's wonderful things that you have in your life.
Totally.
But it's just another way to beat yourself up.
It's just, versus
just like, baby,
you know what?
You just
I'm going to have a glass of wine.
It's okay.
Who cares?
It's okay. Don't beat yourself up for every choice you make.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
And what I do, and maybe you guys do too, that rushing ahead. Instead of just saying, okay, because I'm like, well, what happens when my son graduates? Well, he's in 7th grade. So let me just part of me's like, just be in 7th grade.
Just be in 7th grade.
Just be in 7th grade, Mom. Mm-hmm. We're in 7th grade. Mm-hmm. And like, sure, he'll graduate. Yeah. But don't base all your happiness on something in the future. By the way, that may not happen. Like, maybe you'll die before then. Right. I don't know.
Right.
But so, stay. That's another part about celebrating, I think, is it helps us to stay in the present.
It does.
It helps us
totally
to stay in
does.
the present. And that's why I like OULA, because in those classes,
you have to be present.
I can't remember anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have to be present.
What are we doing?
That's one of the greatest things. Like, no offense to any other form of exercise, but I've been in classes when it's like, I've got 16 more bicep curls. Like, my mind can go anywhere right now.
That's a good point.
But for me, I'm like, what the hell is happening? Like, what comes next? It's like, I can't get distracted. Mm-mm. I have to stay present, and I have to stay in my body, and I have to stay,
in the moment.
You just have to be in the moment.
You have to be. You cannot skip ahead in the song. And I've done that before, and then suddenly I'm lost.
Right. Totally.
I went way off, and then everyone's like doing something completely different. And I'm like, uh-oh.
Right.
I missed the middle part there. I was thinking of the end.
Yep, exactly. Well, and then just going back to like the just celebrating in general. Like, don't you love being around the people who feel like they are just grateful and celebrating and full of joy? Yeah. Do you want to be around that person, or do you want to be around the person whose house is totally clean and everything is spotless and the food is delicious, but they're not present and they're not with you and they're not enjoying the experience?
In fact, someone just told me that the other night, where they went to some dinner party and then the person was just serving food
the whole time.
They didn't sit down. The host.
And it's like, well.
And they didn't get to visit with them.
Right.
So it felt odd. Like, are we having a party, or are you the servant, or that wasn't
servant.
It wasn't like it wasn't a communal celebration time together.
Yeah. When I just want and I know that you and I both have something where it's like we want to make a difference. We want to be impactful, and I think that is kind of what drives us to keep going. But it also drives our misery.
Yes.
Because we're like, well, I haven't made a big enough impact.
Yes.
I can't enjoy this.
Yeah.
Because, when people are like, you must be so proud of your accomplishments with OULA and stuff, I'm like, proud? I feel like I've failed.
You're like, what have I done yet?
I know. I feel like I haven't done anything yet.
Right.
Because it's like, I want to make an impact. But the thing is, like, when I think about you and I think about like how deeply, I'm going to cry, how deeply you've affected my life.
Aww.
And what huge impact you've had on my life. It's like, well, that is huge. Like, think about the things that you've done for me, like that. I'm so grateful, and it's like, and I'm not trying to say this in a bad way, because I feel the same way, but it's like, does it have to be more?
Right.
I know.
Yeah, I
like,
know. I feel the
you've changed my life.
Right. And if that's all we get.
And if that's all we get
from this whole thing, we're fucking lucky.
Totally lucky.
Because you don't get to have that a lot in your life, I don't think. And so it's like, that's the gratitude piece.
It's totally the gratitude piece.
For being hung up on, are we successful? Are we making changes? Are we impactful? that's where our unhappiness comes in.
It totally comes in there.
Versus just embracing the moment. Like, we're fucking lucky.
We're so lucky.
We get to do this stuff. And for you, I couldn't do this without you. You're the OULA. You made OULA. Like, I just kind of hopped on the back end.
Stop it.
I'm like, here's a little caravan I can jump on.
No.
But you know what I mean? And it's like, and then how much we've grown together.
Totally.
I think we've matured. From when we started.
We've sure been through a lot.
We've been through a lot, and we've learned a lot. We've made quite a few mistakes, and I apologize for that. But we've also made some great decisions, and you know, it's. I mean, that's what more can you ask from life?
What more can we ask for?
It's like, oh my gosh, like okay,
this is amazing.
Yeah,
you know, like it's time to just celebrate,
and I think everyone will feel it.
Yes.
You know, like, it's just like again, that drop, the rock in the pond. And it's like, celebrates all ding. And then everyone's like, oh, we're celebrating. It's like, that's right.
That's right. This is a celebration.
Celebrate you.
Celebrate to elevate.
I love that.
We can all go up together.
Yeah, we can all go up together. Celebrate to elevate your fitness, your mental health, your physical health, your psychological health, your spiritual health, all of that stuff.
And watch what happens, you know?
And watch what happens. Because also, like we talked about earlier, when you celebrate, you open the door so some of those dark places feel safe. They can come out.
Yeah. Well, and you heal not only... I mean, so much of this that we keep talking about, this like puritanical background, I have to do good. This didn't start in our lifetime. No. This has been passed down to us generation and generation and generation. So when we do this work, whether or not you have children, you're healing the future generations because we're saying it ends here. This is where this pattern stops, and this is where the new way starts. Yeah. And so it's more than just I'm doing this for myself. It's saying, no, I'm going to change this so that my kids know the joy of a dance party before dinner, or, you know, pretend that they're mermaids in the bathtub, or, you know, like invite the twinkly fairies to come visit them before they go to bed. This is how we change all of the must go to bed at 7, must do this, get in the bath, get out of the bath, do all this. You will go to school. You will go to school.
Get good grades. Then you will come home. You know,
it's like, no, let's all play. You will sit
in your chair and behave.
Yes.
And of course there are rules that we need to follow, which I'm appreciative of, but it's also like, it must be balanced.
It has to be balanced, and it has to be, yes, it just, so I think we just also need to say, okay, this is ingrained in me. This has been generation and generation and generation and generation. But like, now I get the enjoyable work of changing this pattern and of embracing celebration.
It's a cultural pattern.
It's a cultural pattern.
Because I was just talking to a friend whose kid is in college over in Italy. And they were saying how much their son is loving it because at night everyone goes to the town square. Yeah. And they just visit. They're like, he's like, they're not drinking. I mean, some people are drinking. Some people are drinking coffee. Yeah. I mean, they're doing all sorts, but everyone's welcome, but everybody's visiting. And that doesn't happen in America. Well, where they have the time.
That's such a good point.
Let's go visit.
Every Sunday when I was an exchange student in Spain, every single Sunday, we would, in the afternoon, walk from bar to bar in the little square. And some people had a little tapa, or they'd have coffee or wine or whatever it is. It's not just like everyone's going to the bar to get drunk, but everyone in this little town is walking around and talking and catching up. Every single Sunday in high school in America, I did homework. And every single Sunday in Spain, I walked around the town and chatted. Yeah. And like, you know, it's
connections.
Yes.
Saw other people. And joy is spread, by the way.
And joy is spread.
So you see a joyous person and you're like, oh, hello, I'll sit with them for a little while.
Yes.
And you're like, that's
and don't
awesome.
You want to sit by the joyful person, not the person who has all their, you know, underwear folded.
Right. My underwear's folded. I've got my computer out doing my work here at the town square. Don't bother me right now.
Do you want to sit with them or the person who's joyful and enjoying the moment?
Visiting and like, how's your mom? Or, you know, how's your kids? How's your dog? Whatever. Yeah. How's your job? Have a great time. Yeah.
I'm just so excited. I feel really excited about moving forward this way.
I do too. I feel very excited, and I feel that there's so much promise.
I feel like there's so much promise too.
Promise. It's like, you got to celebrate to elevate.
Let's do it, baby. Let's celebrate.
It's like opening the doors and windows wide open.
Yeah.
Like,
Celebrate.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
I love it.
Love you guys so much. Thank you so, so much for your energy. Even though we can't talk to you, we can feel you. So thank you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.